Hi, welcome back to the Ani Marie YouTube channel. I'm so happy that you guys are back again. And if this is your first time seeing me, shout out to you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for coming and listening and enjoying. Today we're going to talk about a new you. A new you. This new you is everything. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be New Year's. It doesn't have to be a certain date or a holiday in order for us to become our new selves, right? So we can choose any day to begin to start this new journey and walk into what we have been called for, right? So I hope that you enjoy. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And please subscribe to Ani Marie if you have not. Like the videos, comment, and share. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Enjoy! Okay, so we're talking about a new you. It's something to get excited about. It's a new you. It doesn't have to be a freaking holiday. It doesn't have to be your birthday, but I love birthdays. It doesn't have to be your birthday. It's a new you. You can decide to become a new you. You can change the things that you have experienced, what you have attached yourself to. Come on, Nike. At any point or period in your life. We have the power that's on the inside of us being our God being, that power that we want and that we love. We can use that to begin to change who we are. And we could become a new us in spite of our childhood, in spite of our experiences, in spite of our generations, in spite of our family. We can come to a place. There is nothing that is holding you back. There is no restrictions or what I want to say. There's no right way that has to happen, or there's something that has to happen in order for you to become a new you. In order for you to become a new you, all you need to do is want it. All you need to do is be willing to accept the change. Be willing to step out. Have the courage and the strength on the inside to say, I'm not living in this place that I'm not supposed to be in anymore. I'm not living in this place I do not deserve. These relationships that I do not deserve. This life that I do not deserve. This love that I do not deserve. This house that I do not deserve. This living arrangement that I do not deserve. The environment that I do not deserve. I am not doing this no more. I am creating a new me. The new me doesn't accept the things that don't belong to me. Come on, Nike. The new me says that I have a quality about myself, not just what I deal with, but in my life. Everything that I'm connected to has to reflect this new me, which is me being king, which is me being queen, and I will not accept anything less than I deserve. It's a new me. I know you talked to me yesterday and I allowed you to continue to use me, and every time you want to talk to me and figure out if I'm okay is when you want some cookie or you want some meat. That's not gonna happen. Did I just use that now? I did. It's not gonna happen. You only call me for booty calls and you're using me. I know you called me yesterday and I said yes, but you're gonna call me today and I'm gonna say no. Why? But what happened? What happened is I recognized who I am. I recognize my worth and I recognize my value. Come on, Dame. And I understand who I am today. What you didn't understand? No, I didn't understand it yesterday, but I understand it today. So the things that I accepted before, I will not accept again. But what's the difference? I know my worth now. You only do it to use me, and I'm not gonna fall in that trap again. So it's a new me. It's a new me. I understand that it's going to cost me some things to change how I've been. I understand that this new thing, anytime I want you to catch something. Anytime we want to get something that's new, we got to invest in something. We got to add some value to it. I want a new purse. I want a new car. I want a new house. I want a new hairstyle. The thing that's going to happen is we got to put some money in to get this new thing. And this is the same thing. This is the same thing that happens to us when we're dealing with a new us in life. I'm going to have to put something down to begin to get this change. It's going to cost something. I got to put much is given, much is required. I want more in my life because it just doesn't feel like this is it. How many people, my king and queens, are watching today and you're in your life right now, you feel like this just isn't it? I want you to put a 1 in the comments. If something inside of you is telling you that this life that I'm living, this isn't it for me. I feel something more. I feel something deeper. I think there's a greater purpose. I feel something more than this life that I'm living. There is something drawing me. There is something pulling me to something bigger. I don't know what it is. I can't put my hand on it, but it's pulling me to something bigger. There is something greater that I'm supposed to be attached to. This isn't it. And for me to get to that place, for saying that this is not enough, this life isn't enough, I have to become the new me. Be the new you. Walk in the new you. You know the reason why we don't choose to change who we are, we don't choose to change to get to where we need to go, is because we feel extreme change is a motivation killer. If I feel like I'm going to start dealing with extreme change, us naturally, we're hardwired to resist extreme change. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. Mad, come on now. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what to expect. I don't want to deal with this. Naturally, in humans, we are designed to go against and resist extreme change. We don't want to deal with a whole drastic issue. And the crazy part is this is the same thing in life. It's not just humans. If you take a plant out of its environment, you need to keep some of the same soil that it lived with when you repot the plant with the new and better soil. Candy, that doesn't make sense. Listen to what I have to say, my king and queens. If you do a drastic change and you're not, same with fish. Come on, Rican. Come on, Rican. You have learned to adapt with the mess. Sometimes we have to keep some of the mess has to go with us. Some of the things that we have experienced, it says you could take the person out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of them. There are things that you have learned in this hard place that need to go with you to your next level. There are things that you've learned in the hard place that need to go with you to the next level. I know now, and I have a different perspective because of how I used to be, where I was in my life. I was very, I want to say this the right way. I was very skilled in the things that I did when it came to me having to take something or rob something or steal something. I was very skilled with what I did. I was gifted in that area. That's kind of crazy, Candy, but it's true. So I've taken that bad thing and it has changed around for my good. The same skills that I had and the skill set to do something wrong, now I have for doing good. We're going to take some things that we've been through in the hard place, and we're going to use those skills for this new era, this new life that we're dealing with. That's what we're going to do. And it's the same thing. We cannot take a plant and completely remove the soil that it already was in, even if the soil isn't good for it. Listen to me. Even if the soil isn't good for it, we can't do it because the plant will begin to go into shock and it can die. That's the same thing with us. That's why we're hardwired to resist extreme change. We don't want a complete change. We have to gradually get into something, because you know what I'm telling you, king and queens, you don't just want to jump into it and not gradually get into creating your new self, because you're going to find yourself disappointed when you fail somewhere because you're being too hard Come on, Native. You're being too hard on yourself. You need to take some of that mess, just a little bit, with you on your journey to your new self. What do you mean, Candy? I'm telling you, we're going to take some time in this thing. I want to create a new me, but in order for me to create a new me, I got to gradually get there. I'm not going to just go cold turkey, because cold turkey is going to lead me to failure. Cold turkey is going to make me resist the change. I'm going to gradually get there. If I want to become a vegan, then I'm going to begin to stop eating dairy first, or I'm going to stop eating dairy, then I'm going to gradually get into stop eating meat, then I'm going to become a vegetarian, and then when I become a vegetarian, I'm going to start cutting down cheese, and I'm going to start cutting down this until I gradually get there. We are not trying to set ourselves up for failure. This isn't a race. It's not, I don't have to compare myself to Susan or Ken. It doesn't have to happen. I just need to be on my own pace towards I gotta keep my eyes on the prize that will get me to where I need to go. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter what she's doing or he's doing. It doesn't matter what they're doing. I gotta keep my eyes on the prize. But Candy, I thought you was a new you. I thought you said you wasn't gonna. Yeah, I said I was gonna get there. You know what? I don't even gotta tell people that I'm gonna be a new me. I'm just gonna do it, baby. Just watch, learn, and see, and you will see what I have for you. I don't need to tell people so they could begin to bring me down. I don't need to tell people that I become a new me so they could test me and try to get me to fail. You don't need to know all that information. All I need to know is I want to do it myself, and I will do it, and you will see the results of it. That's it. And you will see the results of it, and that's it. That's it. We like to seek familiar comfort zones, even if the comfort zone can kill us. It's between you and the Lord. Come on, Nike. I know that's a little bit deep. We like to seek comfort zones, even if we know that the comfort zone is killing us, is hurting us. We still seek that very comfort zone. That's true. Come on, Jen. And it's because it's what I know. We would rather stay hurt in the known than to walk into the unknown, where we can actually be healed. I'm going to say that again. We would rather stay in the known, even if it's killing us, than to walk into the unknown. Because we feel like we do not know what we expect. Yes, Nola, he's so cute. It's what we are used to. Come on, Rican. We're used to the hurt. We're used to the abuse. We're used to being used. We're used to being treated like trash. We're used to being disrespected. We're used to being talked about. We're used to being betrayed. We're used to being misloved. So I seek these familiar comfort zones. Free spirit, thank you, love. I seek these familiar comfort zones because it's what I know. It's what I'm used to. I'd rather be in what I'm used to than what I was called for. I'd rather be in what I'm used to than what I'm called for. Nobody told me or taught me to look beyond my circumstance. Nobody told me, come on, Nola, come on, Sunflower. Nobody told me to look beyond my circumstance. Nobody told me that there's something greater in life than this. I'm telling you, no one told me that this isn't life that I'm living. No one told me that I was promised life and that more abundantly, but what I'm living is lower than life. Wow, Candy, I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? But I'm breathing, I'm living. What do you mean? What I'm living is not even qualified for life? What are you saying? And I was told to live life and that more abundantly. The life that you are living now isn't even qualified to be called life. Thank you, Julius. Thank you, love. It's not qualified to call life, because what we were spoken over is to live life and that more abundantly. And us living life is loving self. If you are not living a life of self-love, then you are not living. But you're telling me that I was called to live and more abundantly? Yes, we haven't even made it to the point to live. We are living under our standard. We are living under what we have been called to. We are living under expectation. We are living in the place that we do not deserve. We are living in the low place that is not even recognized as a life of living. It says live a life worth living. When we talk about life, that's a life worth living. And then we talk about abundance. Then it's added to blessings, favor, the things that we're supposed to walk in, destiny, all these things. That's what we're talking about. So we got to get to the point to start living again. And when we walk into this new me says I'm worthy, I have value, and I know who my Father is. This new me doesn't allow people to bend them and twist them. I won't waver anymore. I won't allow you to let me be double-minded and pulling me left and right. I'm going to stand for who I am, because I recognize I gotta become this new me, because there's no one else in this life that is going to stand for me better than I stand for myself. Again, there's no one else in this life that is going to stand for me better than I stand for myself. Nola, come on. There is no one better to be in my corner than self. I know what I've been through. I know what I almost died in. I know the people that hurt me and I came out. I know the things that I overcome. I know the mountains that I moved with the power of the Most High. I know the low places I was in and where I am now. I know that I don't look like what I've been through. I could talk to you about it, but you really would never get the idea. I've lived it, so I know it. I can try to explain it to you as much as possible, but you really will never get it, and you won't know. So I have to stand for myself, because I truly know where I came from, what I've been through, and what I have overcame. Except God. That's right, love. Amen. Come on, Annie. So in becoming this new me, I gotta be my cheerleader. I gotta be in my corner. In order me to live life, I must, sexy vegan, hi my beautiful. In order for me to live life, I gotta come to a place to be ready, willing, and able to stand for self in all costs. To stand for, come on, love bug, to stand for self in all costs. In all costs, in everything and anything that I do, I got to remember where I came from. I got to remember what I've been through, and I got to remember where I am today. I will never forget that I crawled before I walked. I will never forget that I crawled before I walked. The life might make me want to forget it so I could forget my power and who I am. Thank you, vegan. Thank you, love. Thank you, vegan. Yes, life makes me, it's yours. Come on now. Life wants me to forget it. Life wants me to come to a place that I don't remember the power that I have. So life wants you to just not remember where you came from. The more I remember where I came from is the more that I remember the power I used to get out. The more I remember where I came from, I remember the power I used to get out. I don't remember the sad story. I don't remember the battle. But what I do remember is the victory that I had over the very thing that I thought was going to take my life. I'm going to say that again. I do remember the victory that I had over the very thing that I thought was going to take my life. And that allows me to remember the power and the abilities of the power that I have on the inside to get through all that life challenges has to offer me. that power of that I use to overcome, yes, Crave, the power that I use to overcome these things is the same power that I'm going to use to stand in me being the new me. I'm going to use that power to get me to be this new person that I have been called to my life. I'm going to remember what I've been through. I'm going to remember these things. I'm going to remember everything that happened because I don't look like what I've been through. And the person that knows, Adrian, thank you to my kings. Thank you, loves. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much, Julius. Thank you, love. I know who I am. And nobody knows what I've been through, I do. So I got to come to a place to be able to use that very power that I dealt with before to become this new me. They want me to forget where I came from. They want me to forget what I came out of. They want me to forget that I'm a conqueror. They want me to forget that I'm an overcomer. They want me to forget that I am a victorious. They want me to forget the power that I have so they can continue to have power over me. I'm going to say that again. They want me to forget the power that I have so they can continue to have power over me. I don't know why I'm delaying. Let's see. Let's try this. Yes. Thank you, Kate. Candace! Thank you, Julius. Thank you, love. Yay. Okay. Is this better? I'm kind of on delay. Okay, I think this is better. I'm like, it's blowing up. Right? Lola! Hey, love! Oh, great rising to you. A small delay, right? I don't know why. Okay, now we're good. There we go. Good. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, it's full delay. Okay. Grand rising to you, Lola. Hey, love. So you want me to forget my power so you can have power over me. But I need to have access to all my power, right? I need to have access to all my power so I can become that new me that has been destined for my life. I'm going to stand for it. I'm going to be who I was called to be to get to this great destiny and to live a life and that more abundantly. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, we have all the love for Lola. I'm telling you, thank you, Julius. I'm telling you, okay. I'm not living this thing that I believe is life that is less than I deserve. I'm telling you, king and queens, I'm charging you and I'm demanding you to step out of this life that you believe that you're living. I'm going to say that again. Step out of this life that you believe that you're living, because what you're living in right now is not even qualified as being life. What you're living in now is not even qualified as living life. You are living so under the means of what you have been called for your life that you actually feel like what you do not deserve is what you do deserve. You feel like what you do not deserve is what you do deserve. That's that new you, and this life that you're living is less than you deserve, so it's not a life that is worthy to live. We're living life less than what we deserve. And when we're living this life less than what we deserve, we feel like it's life, but it's not. And that's why I talked about earlier that we have this desire on the inside that is calling us to be greater. It's calling us to be greater, to do more. It's calling us to be awesome. It's calling us to be amazing. It's saying that this life that I'm living is not enough. Every time I wake up in the morning, every time I go through my day, when I get to work, the 9 9 to 5, the overnights, whatever it may be. This isn't life. I don't feel like this is what has been called. I wasn't birthed for this. I was birthed for something more than this. There's something urging me universally on the inside, and what I mean is the universe is drawing you towards your destiny. It's saying that this is not enough. The thing that you call life is not life because you haven't come to a place to love yourself enough to know your value and your worth so you can get out of the very thing that you feel like you deserve that you don't. And that is what happens when we have the self-love on the inside that says I'm worth more than this that I'm dealing with. I have more value than what you're trying to give me and what I'm taking. I'm going to remove myself from this position and I'm going to get into what has been called for me. So the first place that we got to go through, come on, goddess, is that we have to come to a place of self-love that we begin to be more assertive about what we're supposed to have. I will not take this thing. Do not call me for a booty call. You will not use me anymore. My energy is more valuable than just a text. I will not share energy intimately with you that have cost me some years. It has cost me some tears. It has cost me some strength of this energy that I have built over the years that I'm giving out loosely to every text and booty call to anyone that comes around. For this instant gratification, it's not going to happen no more because I know who I am. I will not give this beautiful energy that I have built and I have blood, sweat, and tears have manifested through to just anyone that comes around me. It's not going to happen no more. I know it happened an hour ago, but today, right now, at this time, at 10:40, I am going to make a stand and tell you that I will no longer take less than I deserve. Yeah, but we just did it this morning. It doesn't matter. I am standing for self. I know my value and I know my worth, and I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm worth more than an instant gratification. And that's not just for, I know it's for somebody. That's not just for people. I'm not saying it to you, I'm just instant gratification. No, love, I'm talking to myself. I am worth more than instant gratification. And I have to remember that myself. That's why I'm picking up the phone call, because I don't. That's why I'm answering the text, because I don't. I am worth more than instant gratification. The Most High has called me to have that feeling of instant gratification for life, not for a second. He loves me enough that he wants me to have that thing that I love forever, not for a moment. So I'm going to begin to live this life that who created me to live. That's what I'm going to live. Not this low, little scum, trash life that I've been choosing for myself. I know it wasn't you, but I'm choosing that for myself. I will not do it anymore. There is a new me. It's a new king. It's a new queen. And I am not who I was yesterday. I'm not who I was an hour ago. And I'm not who I was 10 minutes ago. I am a different person now, and I am standing for self. And I am standing for self. If I don't stand for me, who's gonna stand for me? Because I depended on a whole lot of people in this lifetime that let me down. And if I don't do it for me, who's gonna do it for me? I'm gonna do it for self. Where you gonna get that power at, Candy, to do it for self? You gonna go against people? You gonna go against army? I sure am. I'm gonna get the power from the greatest source in existence, and that's the Most High. He who is in me is greater than he who is in the world. So all I need is him, and all I need is me, and I will become the new person I have been called to be. I'm gonna do it for me. It's my turn. Who? It's a new you. Why are you doing it? Why? Because you broke up in a relationship? Nah, it's for me. Oh, because your kids? Nah, no. It's a new me. It's for me. It's for me. It's time for me. It's time for me. It's my time. It's my time. I love so hard. I gave everybody else their time throughout this whole life. It's my time now.
I don't need it to be a new year. I don't need it to be new resolution, a holiday, a damn pagan holiday. I don't need it to be nothing that it is. It could be now. I is a new me. Old makeup, like ex's badges. Yes, like my bag. Come on now, Rican. Nike, it's my time. It's a new me. Come on, Nike. Come on, Candace. New everything. New everything. And remember, when you start buying, catch this. When you start buying new things, it costs you things. It's going to cost some things for you to get rid of the things that are on the inside that you can't carry to the next level. It's going to cost you some things to buy new, right? It's the same with our life. It's going to begin to cost relationships. It's going to begin to cost some people, some cutting off of some people that don't do you any good. Even the people that will not choose for you. Come on, Candace. New merchandise. It's gonna cost you some things about self. You're gonna have to be accountable for the things that you have accepted before. Recognize what they are, who they are. Let them go. I'm gonna be who I have been called to be. My time is now. Hashtag new me. It is a new me. Don't look at me the same. Don't treat me the same. I'm telling you right now, I am not the same. You can try me, but it's not gonna work. I'm standing for some things that is gonna get me to a place that I am supposed to be to get where I'm supposed to be going. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Lala. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, love. New me. A new me. I'm not waiting for people to have me change. I'm not waiting for people to do something different. It is a new me. I'm so happy Nola's in here. I love you, Nola. I'm telling you. Thank you, Lola. Thank you, loves. A new me. Come on, native. That's what I'm talking about. I know it's going to cost me some things, but I'm willing to do it. I'm worth it. I know I got to invest in some things, but I'm worth it. I've been allowing it to be worthy for everyone else in my life but me. But today, it's about me. Now on in my life, starting from today, it's going to be about me. I'm going to love myself more at the end of the day. That way I can love people better. And if you don't like it, then you can leave, exit left. And if you don't like it, you can leave, exit left, because I don't got time to waste anymore. I am going to put this sign. Are you saying this to yourself? I'm telling you. You say that to yourself. Exit. Come on now. Exit stage left. If you got something to say, that's right, Lola. Peace. Be gone. I'll see you later. I'm telling you, and I mean later by another lifetime. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, it is a new me. If you do not like me building up myself, then you wasn't supposed to be connected to me in the first place. If you do not like the change and you don't like the new me, now you're showing your true colors and showing me that you never was for me in the first place. If you're not willing to be there to help me grow into what I've been called to, then you should definitely not be in my life. If you're not allowing me to be my new me, if you're not allowing me to be that, then you shouldn't have been connected to me in the first place. If you're not willing to allow me to grow, then you're not supposed to come to this next level that has been called for my life. I understand that now. Hey, Smooth, I understand that now. I understand that now. I don't have to be connected to all these people. And if you don't want me to get there, then you shouldn't be connected to me. Come on, goddess. I'm worth more than that. I'm worth more than that. I will come to a place. Smooth. Hey, love. Welcome forward, King. I will come to a place. Hey, Candy. Hey, Dreams. Hey, the best. I will come to a place to find the quality of relationships that I deserve. Why? Because I'm worth it. I got to test some things to get to the quality I deserve because I'm worth it. I got to test some things in life to get to the quality that I deserve. Why? Because I'm worth it. It's a different me now. Thank you, Julius. Thank you, love. It's a different me now. It's different. I'm different. I don't care if you spoke to me an hour ago. I'm different now. I decided and I made some decisions to be queen, and I made some decisions to be king, and how you treat me is less than a king, and how you treat me is less than a queen. So if you love me like you say you love me, then you're going to make some adjustments. But if you're not adjusting anything, there's one thing that you will need to adjust, and that's you stepping out of my life, because I am not going to fold for anyone anymore. Lay Joe, thank you, love. Julius, thank you, love. Come on, goddess. I done bent, broke in half, pulled myself, flexed myself, ripped some parts, some muscles, everything for all these people, but nobody even tried or chose to do it to me. I got to start recognizing some things. Are you giving out are you getting what you're giving out? Are you, everything that you give into relationships, are you getting back from these very people in these relationships? If you're answering no, then it's time to start cutting out some things. So I'm going to step into the new me. The new me is me living life, the life that has been called for me, a life that is worthy of who I am, a life that understands my value, and having the relationship with the Most High. That's what life is. Life all we need is self-love. All we need is ourself. What do you mean, Candy? So we're not supposed to have relationships? We're not supposed to deal with people? Hey, clan, all we need is self. We need self-love. That's all we need. Candy, but you said that we got to be in relationships to be our better self. Yes, that's when we step into the more abundance of life. What do we need? I have everything when I have nothing. Do you hear me? I still have everything when I have nothing. What does that mean, Candy? That means I have the self-love on the inside to understand my value and worth in spite of what it looks like. In spite of what it looks like, and I have the relationship with the Most High. I have the relationship with the Most High will continue to feed me with that unconditional love for self. But when we get into the part of that abundant life, we got to step out to become our new selves and step out of these relationships that's not allowing us to be who we're supposed to be. And we come to a place to live the life and that more abundantly. What's the abundance, Candy? Abundance is family, spouses, husbands, wives. Abundance is children. Abundance is greater jobs. Abundance is greater lifestyle. Abundance is God's favor. Abundance, that's the abundance part of life. But we're originally supposed to be living life that is worthy to live without any attachments. I am supposed to be living a life worth living without all these attachments. I'm supposed to feel like this life is great and grand without having anyone in it. I know that gets a little bit deep, but that's some serious self-love, to be able to live a life with yourself and be so in love with self that it doesn't matter whether you have relationships or not, because your life is absolutely extraordinary all by itself. I think the Most High was able to see the different spirits he has. Awesome, Candace. Yes, he will. He will give us the discernment to begin to see things when we are blind, because love blinds us most of the time. So I got to live a life and that more abundantly. And that life first, I has to be worthy. And I said this before, if we ever fixed ourselves to say, my life didn't mean anything until I had my kids, then there's something wrong. There is something wrong. Not the love that you have for your children, but your life should have been worthy before your kids ever came into the picture. And the reason why that doesn't happen is because we don't have the self-love on the inside, which is unconditional love, and we're not experiencing any unconditional love before we have our children. The reason why we love our children so much is because that unconditional love that they give us. The unconditional love they give us is the reason why we feel like life has meaning. But we were supposed to have that same unconditional love for self before our kids ever came into the picture. We actually were supposed to be dealing with unconditional love with the person that we had our kids with. But what happened is we didn't have unconditional love when we were growing up, let alone that we had the unconditional love with the person that we decided to have our child with or didn't decide. And then we had our children, and then we have naturally, innocently, God spirited kids where unconditional love is embedded in the innocence of children. And that's where it comes from. Then that's our first real true encounter of unconditional love. We were supposed to experience that unconditional love with our parents. We were supposed to experience that unconditional love with our family. We were supposed to feel that unconditional love with best friends and friends that we're already used to this treatment. We're used to this love before our children even come along. But what happens is we have disguised in this thing called life, and society has covered up self-love, and they want us to depend on everybody but self so it could keep us at a low frequency so we do not have the power that has been called for our life. Hold on, guys. This unconditional love that we talk about in this thing called life. We were supposed to experience this unconditional love throughout our life, and that when our children comes, it's just a more abundance of life that we have to feel. And that's why we do it. But society covers it up because they want us to be able to live in this low frequency. And society wants us to cover so we can depend on people, so we can stay at a low frequency. Society didn't tell us that people have free will. We wasn't taught this when we were younger. We was taught that our mother loves us unconditionally. We was taught that our father loves us unconditionally. And that is false, because we all have freedom to choose what we will. That is completely false. It's false. My mother can choose not to love me, and she's my mother. My father could choose not to love me, and he's my father. What we were supposed to be taught from the beginning of time is all you need is who you are, Candy. All you need is the self-love on the inside. Know your value, know your worth. Do not identify yourself with the action of others. You are who you are in spite of how people treat you. You are who you are in spite of how other people treat you. And this is my time is now. Come on, Julius. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where we come to a place to say, I am going to be a new me. It doesn't matter who I'm with, who I'm connected to, what you say. I'm going to walk in what has been called for my life. You got her tongue twisted. All right, come on. Y'all know, both of y'all, Nola and Lola, and then y'all comment together, and then I'll be all confused. So both of y'all, not just one, both of y'all. No, okay, listen. So that's what I'm talking about. Come into a place that you're able to, Julius, they're killing me. Come to a place that you're able to step into the new you that you deserve, living a quality of lifestyle, a deserving lifestyle, a life that is worthy of living. That is what you have been called for. When you take your last breath, are there going to be people standing over you and say, man, his life has inspired me to be better. I want to live the life that they lived. Are you in a position? If the answer to that question is no, then step into a place to become the new you and live that life that has been called for you. That worthy life. And as you live that worthy life of self-love, you will step into a place of life and its abundance. And the Most High will continue to add on things. And the best thing about that is when you have the Most High and you have this light that's abundance. I love you, Furkan. I love you, love. When you have this abundant life, the best thing about having that life that is worthy of living before you have the things that are the abundance is the one they fall off and they mistreat you and they misuse you and they were good for a time but they're not good anymore. You will still have that solid rock life that you will not bend or waver for the things and the experience that life brings. When we choose to connect ourselves with this abundance life and make it our life itself, when they break away, we become empty. We're not solid anymore. We're not whole anymore. We need people to validate our love. We need people to feel better. We don't want to be lonely. There's a lot of things because there's emptiness in the foundation. But when we have the self-love on the inside, the things that are added to our life, if our children go away, if our husband, if our wives go away, if best friend relationships go away, we still have the self-love on the inside that keeps us strong and keeps us in a life worth living, whether people are attached to us or not.
Wasn't that so amazing? Yes, that was amazing. A new you. I hope that you have decided to start and become the new you, your new self, walking in the things that you are destined to deserve, and all those great, beautiful things. I love you guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Ani Marie. Click that subscribe button, like the videos, and comment. I love your suggestions and your opinions and everything, and just continue to be so wonderful. I thank you for everything. I'm telling you, have a beautiful and amazing life until I see you next time. Okay, love you.